Peter, first to you. The thing with commodity supercycles is that sometimes you sort of lose sight of where the train is heading and whether it's going to gather more momentum and speed or whether it's perhaps rushing too fast. Where exactly do you think we are in the cycle? And right now I'm talking about base metals. Let's start with copper and aluminum.
Well, good afternoon. I think a couple of things. First off, we are certainly well embedded into that super cycle. There's no way that prices won't increase from here as the years roll on to this decade. So I'm not necessarily saying that we've put the super cycle to bed. We're looking at those sort of numbers, very strong growth, as you mentioned, up 80% since this time last year. The 12,000 handle per metric tonne for copper is achievable. I think that's very achievable even by maybe, fourth quarter this year. The industrial demand's strong and the general footprint across the world is going to be a very, very demand-centric couple of years for base metals and copper primarily.
Peter, we have you on a slightly bad line. Let me just go over that again. Are you expecting 12,000 on copper by the fourth quarter of the current year?
I would think so. I think it's very achievable. I feel as though from the demand picture, there's every chance. We're at 9,500 at the moment, well down from those highs that we experienced going back, the best part of a decade or so. I can't put my mind there when we're at 12,000. But I think, that 11 to 11.5 to 12,000 is very achievable. We're only in, a couple of weeks into quarter two, and I'm saying over the next couple of quarters that momentum, I feel, will significantly increase and prices will be bid up.
Peter, hi, good morning. Prashant here. Just a quick comment on aluminum as well, and then we'll touch upon what's happening in the steel space. What are your thoughts? I mean, this entire chip shortage hurting production of cars and consequently what it does to aluminum demand, does it hurt prices in the near term?
I don't necessarily think so, Prashant. I think it's been strong, again, strong momentum to the upside. A lot of those base metals have had very, very stellar runs over the last, say, 6 to 9 months, and there's probably further upside in aluminium also. So, it's just a continuation from a demand picture. The global situation with infrastructure, stimulus-led recoveries, I'm pretty sure that, a lot of these markets are going to be continual, bid up from here. So we'll put our minds back to what we're talking about today and say, 4 or 5 months out, and I think we'll say that it was fairly cheap at those times.